Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has yesterday moved quite deep into this upper orange support region, which is the support area, which is relevant for the white, more bullish scenario. Just want to highlight that even though this is not the most probable scenario, this is the bullish scenario and it offers a really good reward to risk ratio. But my interpretation at the moment, at least based on what we see on the price chart, this white scenario is the lower probability scenario. Yeah, it is not the most probable count, and the yellow scenario remains for now the leading one. But there is this support level at 51,900, which is the 78.6 retracement of the rally that happened between the 5th of August and the 8th of August. So there are obviously these two scenarios. There's a bullish one, there's a bearish one, or let's call it at least short-term bearish one. Well, it will turn into a much more bearish one if we see a break below 43K. But this is, let's say, at the moment not expected necessarily. I highlighted in one of the previous videos that my mindset is, we are in a correction and this correction can continue, of course, and it can easily break support, of course, and I think it's worth understanding that, the market is currently in a correction and this is what it's doing until the market can show us a 5-wave move up. So I'm not going to assume necessarily the price will give us a reaction to here or to this support area, but I'm going to watch for it, okay? Watching for it is something different than necessarily expecting it. It's about understanding the key pivots that the market is offering that are important on the chart, and then watching for a signal when the market reaches these key pivots. So for example, in the white scenario, which is the bullish one, which allows for a 5-wave pattern to the upside into the 70 to 75K region, here the market has reached the main support region, and the break below 51,940 would be more clearly bearish. Basically, a break below this support area would confirm further the yellow scenario, which I find is probably currently the more probable wave count. So just be aware of that level. And I don't know if it's going to happen on the weekend, the break of support, but at least next week, it will be important to watch if the market can break this support area to confirm further the yellow scenario. Now, looking at the looking at the yellow count, this is short-term bearish and it could send us into the area around 45,670 USD. Why is this so important? Because from the microstructures, which we call a WXY and then ABC pattern. So there are two patterns, or it's one pattern, but in the Y wave of wave 4, we're dealing with an ABC structure. Here we can calculate the ideal target for wave C. And we do that by taking the length of wave A and we compare it with the length of wave C. And one key level that comes into play there is the 100% extension at 45,670 USD. So I'm assuming we are going to get there until the market shows me a first 5-wave move up on a smaller time frame and a break of resistance. And what these levels are, we can take a look at that on the smaller time frame chart, on the 1-hour BTC chart. Quick reminder, today, if you want to participate, we're running a risk management course. It's starting today. It's going to run for 5 consecutive Saturdays, 1 hour each Saturday with a Q&A session afterwards. And it's for 5 and it starts today, 4 p.m. UTC. If you're interested in joining, you can do that. You can join our silver or gold membership. You can do that on the website, link in the description. And just, if you want to participate, just make sure that you do it before 4 p.m. UTC, time zone, very, very important. Okay, so let's take a look at the smaller time frame chart, 1 hour. Here, really nothing has changed since the last update, but the market moved from our support target into resistance. So what we're dealing with here is this C wave down that I just showed you on the larger time frame. And we have a wave 1 to the downside, a wave 2 to the upside, a wave 3 to the downside, which is likely still unfolding. We now seem to be in the late stages of circle 3. Okay, no, 1 second. It would be 1, 2, and then this is the third wave, 4, 5. And within this larger third wave, we have circle 1, circle 2, circle 3, of which we are in the late stages. Then circle 4, circle 5. Within circle 3, we're also dealing with a 5-wave pattern. So if we zoom in, then you can see that within circle 3, we completed, that's the current idea, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 yesterday. It reached my first ideal target, which is the 1.38 extension at 53,178. And we're now in a resistance area. So the market moved from initial support into resistance. This is already quite a high bounce for a wave 4. I mean, nothing unusual. We've reached the 38.2 retracement here. But the market doesn't really show a reaction yet. So next level will be 54,776. But a break above it will be the first step to confirm that maybe a more complicated correction is playing out. Maybe something's changing, or I need to do some relabeling. And even if it's only on the smaller time frame, yeah. If this really is a wave 4, then we shouldn't really see a break above 54,776. I could always be wrong with the labeling, the microstructures. It's quite complex, but it's been respected quite well. But I've already added for you an upper resistance area which will become relevant if the lower one isn't holding. So this accounts for, the upper one accounts for any, let's say, errors in labeling. I mean, the count isn't wrong. This is a valid count. It's just if the market, does the market respect the count, or is it maybe surfing a different wave? So the upper resistance area is between 55,295 and 56,050. Only a break above it will make this white scenario I just showed you on the daily chart more likely. So that means, in simple words, if we see a break above 56,050, it would make the bullish count more likely, and we can entertain the idea that Bitcoin might have bottomed already and might be on its way into the 70K area. This would require further evidence, and just a break above initial resistance will not simply confirm a more bullish scenario, but we definitely need to be considering it then. I mean, I'm watching for it now, but it's only a 3-wave rally again into resistance. There's nothing bullish there. And if this really is a 4th wave, either from here or from the upper resistance area, we should see a move down in wave 5 of circle 3 to possibly 51,555 next. I'm not sure if this is going to happen on the weekend. It could very well be that this 4th wave turns into a triangle. So what we often see is consolidation on the weekend after such a strong decline. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.